real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Lauren Law says the defendant is friends with her ex-boyfriend. Lauren claims one night when they were drinking at a party, the defendant insisted on driving home, but he ended up totaling her car, leaving Lauren's ex unconscious. Lauren's suing for the value of a car. Defendant Mike Lombardo says on the night of the accident, Lauren was supposed to be the designated driver, but she begged him to drive because she was too intoxicated. Mike admits that he crashed the car, but doesn't feel responsible since Lauren asked him to drive.
All right, tell me what happened.
Your Honor, we are here today because the defendant, Michael, nearly killed himself, myself, my ex-boyfriend, and a couple of friends in a car accident. I know the defendant because he is my ex-boyfriend's best friend. The night of January 21st, 2011, we had a birthday party to go to. We decided to drive my car, even though I didn't want to, because my car is not in any condition to drive in snowy weather. But again, I drove to the birthday party. We were all drinking. When it was time to leave the birthday party, Michael insisted in driving. He said he was totally fine to drive, and I took his word for it. He took my keys from me, and he drove the car. We were driving to our apartment, and he decided that he wanted to have a little fun and was swerving around with the car. I told him to stop numerous times, and he was not listening to me. Next thing I knew, we were crashed into a mailbox and a fire hydrant. I looked over to my right. My ex-boyfriend was unconscious. I looked up, and Mikey's head was through the window. There was blood everywhere. I thought my ex-boyfriend was dead. First reaction was they needed help. The hospital was 2 miles down the road, just a straight shot. I just got in the driver's seat and I drove to the hospital. There were 2 snow plow trucks that saw the accident and called the police, told the police. The police went to the hospital. I ended up getting charged with an OWI and taken to jail, as well as Michael. We are both charged with the OWIs, but my OWI got dropped to a speeding ticket because of the circumstances. Michael has told me that he was going to replace the car.
Was there any danger to others? Other cars?
No, we were the only one on the road. We drove right into a fire hydrant.
All the way through to the time of the accident, you never saw another car?
No, Your Honor, we did see a car. I thought
How
you were
many other
talking
cars?
I'm not sure, sir.
Right. Yeah, obviously, you all didn't mind endangering your own lives, but you should mind endangering others. That's the real deal about drunk drivers, is hitting people who are not drunk. You all drunk driving out there, and alcohol intoxication and blacking out, all the other stuff that's such a fad among many of the young people. Do it and pay the consequences, but don't make other people pay your consequences.
And I have learned my lesson, sir, and it's definitely played a major role in my life, and I have been away from that and stayed clear from any scenes like that.
How about your buddy that was hurt? Did he recuperate?
He did, sir, at the
fully?
hospital. He had a concussion, but he did, at the hospital, regain
no permanent damage?
No, sir.
All right. Sir, let me hear your side.
Well, first off, Your Honor, we were going to a birthday party, and she had drove us there, and she was a designated driver for the night, and she, by the time we were about to leave, was drunk, just as drunk as any of the rest of us were, and you could see that in the police report. She had blown almost just as high as I did.
Plaintiff Lauren Law is suing her ex-boyfriend's friend because she claims he drove her car drunk and totaled it.
Who has the police
right
report that shows?
It says it right.
I do too, as well.
Right there.
So far, she was the designated driver, but when she got drunk anyway, she said, well, nope, I can't be the designated driver because I'm drunk. Yep. But you did what?
By the time that we ended up leaving, she was almost begging me to drive, and
No, that's not true.
Go ahead.
she handed me her keys. They were asking me to drive, and so at the time I said, okay, I would. Looking back now, it was big mistake.
You didn't know you were drunk?
Oh, I did. It was a big mistake. I shouldn't have been behind the wheel.
Because she didn't make that mistake.
Oh, no. I mean, she was begging me to drive, yep.
No, I was
Yeah,
not
but she didn't
begging
make you drive. All you had to do was say no.
Exactly, I know.
She didn't make a mistake. She was very smart about it in the sense that she said, I initially was the designated driver, but now that I've slipped up and gotten drunk, I'm smart enough to know I shouldn't drive drunk. But she said, I got a sucker here. Let me let him go ahead and risk getting a ticket and going to jail. Unfortunately, the part that you messed up with is getting in the car with someone who was drinking.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's where you messed up. Nonetheless, why shouldn't you pay for a car that you totaled while driving drunk?
Because she
didn't drive drunk. Whatever you think she did, she is not liable for this because she did not drive drunk.
But
just because you sucker enough for somebody to say, here are my keys, go out here and let's all kill each other or kill us all. That's what you would do? If I say, please, 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 when you leave here, go and shoot yourself in the head, please. You gonna do it?
Nope.
Right. But you did this. You risked your life with her. She said, please, please, please drive drunk so you can risk all our lives and you can get something on your record. But yet you don't think you should have any liability? Nothing, huh? Yeah, you're going to jail again. If you're lucky. May end up in the graveyard. $3,099. He clearly doesn't get it. He thinks that he can drive drunk, total someone's car, and have no responsibility for it. You'll learn, no, you'll learn quick. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
You've impacted my life for over a year, and I've suffered the consequences for your mistake. I have a baby on the way. I mean, I need a car. I needed money. I needed to do something.
I just don't feel like you deserve the money. You handed me the keys to your car. You told me to drive your car. You're just as reliable as I was.